Angie Bonney of Summit Press Publishers. So here's a problem I run into over the course of my work, be it in the publishing side of my business or ghostwriting or book doctoring or coaching or even working with clients in the influential author formula, is that if they know a lot, they want to put everything they know into one book. So why do we want to do that? Why do we want to include everything that we know in one book? Number one is we think it's going to be helpful. We're excited about the topic. We see how everything is interconnected. We see how this part of, the issue that we address is related to this issue, is related to that. And we want to just throw everything in. Also maybe to show that we are smart, that we know everything. I don't know why we do it, but what happens when you do that is it becomes entirely unreadable. It's like you end up creating a book like this. This is a dictionary, by the way. And I call those books where you put everything you know about your business, everything you know about your niche, an MBA in a box. It's like, how long does it take to get an MBA? Maybe 2-3 years. And you think that you're supposed to put all of that into one book, and the idea is just don't do that. Like if you can end the video now, don't put everything you know in one book. The idea is to narrow the scope. The idea is first and foremost to decide who you're writing the book for, because many of us will have different avatars or different aspects of our clientele. They have different businesses or they have different, nuances. It's to choose one niche. It's to choose one of our audience to write to, not to everyone, because that gets super complicated. And then it's to choose one very specific urgent problem that avatar has. And, the problem is you recognize all of these problems that your clients have, but there's one problem that comes up again and again and again. And sometimes your people have it addressed already, sometimes they don't. But this kind of like a linchpin problem. If you can address that linchpin problem in a book, then that kind of opens the field up for them. They can probably solve the rest of the problems that follow subsequently more easily by just addressing this thing. So let me give you an example. So one of my clients, her name is Vicky Suter. She's this super smart international speaker and consultant who understands businesses inside and out. So she'll go into a business and she'll look at their P&L statements and she'll basically turn them into profit machines. And she had a lot of clients who happened to be in the contracting industry. So they're builders. And she decided she was going to write the book for them. And she could have written about a whole bunch of problems. There's the sales and there's profit and there's, systems within a business or how to look at your financials. And she decided that the linchpin problem for them was profit margin, that if they could get a handle on their profit margin, all the things that come after that or that are associated with that would be more easily rectified. So she focused her book on creating a great profit margin for contractors. She avoided the MBA in a box, which is the direction she was headed, and turned her book into something super readable, really informative, and it's gotten her speaking gigs, and she's on podcasts, and she's got more clients than she knows what to do with, and she's got courses off the back of this book. And she probably wouldn't have if she went with that initial, let me give them everything, which is confusing. Anyway, takeaway, narrow your scope, choose one avatar, choose one very specific linchpin problem to write about, break it into components, really tear that issue apart and address it, and you're going to have a readable book. Anyway, we'll see you on the other side.